If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that within the next 12 months, you probably want to generate more revenue, a lot more revenue. Am I right? What's going on, guys? My name is Marissa, and in this video, we're all about thinking bigger and growing bigger within the next 12 months. And to start off this discussion of this video, we need to understand one thing first. One thing and one business model concept that everybody should be incorporating no matter what business model they have online, and that is a value ladder. So why don't we go ahead and check out my clip on what exactly is a value ladder. Do not worry, I'm going to break down the definition of a value ladder, and this is a proven component of your business model that is going to help you get to 10K months and way beyond 10K months, even six-figure months if you want to. So basically, what is a value ladder? So if you imagine a graph, just take a regular, y-axis and x-axis, and on the y-axis, if you have value, on the x-axis, you're going to have price. So the idea is if you're starting from 0, 0, or the x and y coordinate of 0, the higher you go on value, the more the price is going to increase. So the more value you give, the higher you can charge for your product or service. And so this is key with Instagram, because in the beginning, when someone lands on your page, they're just getting into your sphere of influence and they're like, whoa, what are they about? And so when people engage with your shareable and your Instagram TV content and they get pumped, they're like, I want to know more about so-and-so. So the way the value ladder then starts is they opt into something called your freebie or your lead magnet, because it is a very low barrier of entry because it's free, obviously. And so once people trust you for them to give you their name and their email, that is when the value ladder begins. So the idea is, and this is going to take a lot of time because even I don't have my value ladder built out yet, and I'm definitely working on it, but the idea is you have a free product, then you would have a low tier product, then you would have a middle tier / high ticket product, and then after that you would have a super high ticket product. The ladder can keep going however long you want. So let's go through what I mean for each of these step by step. So what I mean by free is obviously something that you give away for free. I mean, everybody has to have some type of lead magnet. That could be in the form of a free course, an ebook, a PDF, a free webinar, a free audio file, a free video file. I've noticed from the lead magnets that I've created that free mini courses go crazy. People love them. They don't even have to be that long. It was like a 5-video course that I created for people. It was super valuable and people loved it. And so they trusted me with that lead magnet I gave them. And so moving up the value ladder to a low ticket product, we're talking about something that costs less than $100. It could be in the form of anything I just mentioned. And also what works well is something like a membership site where you charge, $30 a month for people to be members of your membership site. And so moving up the ladder again, a higher ticket product is something that costs between $500 and $1,000 is the sweet spot for a higher ticket product. And it could even go up to $2,000 in some cases. And so it could be a course / coaching or group coaching. That is more of where you are involved in that model. It's not just like, go through this PDF and read it. That's not going to be worth $1,000. And when you get to the super high ticket products, that is where it gets spicy. And I don't have one of those yet. I hope to have those, maybe in the next year or two, but that looks like something where you put on an event, mastermind on a tropical island. Maybe you put on a conference and it costs anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000. I was watching a video that Russell Brunson did, the owner, CEO, founder of ClickFunnels, and he literally charges people $1 million for him and his team to handmade, customize, and build people a funnel. He was serious. I thought he was joking, and I was like, oh my God, $1 million. But these people go all the way up the value ladder with Russell Brunson. And so imagine if you had in your value ladder a freebie and then a low ticket item, maybe it's, between $9 and $19. But within that low ticket offer, you said, hey, do you want to have one-on-one coaching with me? So maybe if you have, 10 clients and you're charging them, I don't know, $700, $800 a month for one-on-one coaching, and you could raise your prices as you go, that is like, $7,000, $8,000 a month. So you're working up to that 10K mark and looking to expand. And so remember, as you're building out your online business and growing on Instagram and other social media platforms, just remember, if you take anything away, that you will have buyers that will buy everything from you. They will buy from the low ticket all the way up to your most expensive product or service on the value ladder. So keep that in mind. So now that you've heard and understand the definition of a value ladder, you may be thinking, wow, I understand now how to truly think bigger and not limit myself to the type of products that I could be producing and selling online, and most importantly, helping people solve the problems. Because as I mentioned, the bigger the problems you solve, the more you are going to get paid. And it's crazy how I talked about Russell Brunson and how he's making multi-millions of dollars and how people realistically pay him a large amount of money to create a funnel for them. And that's not the only example. There's other people in this industry that are charging a lot for one-on-one coaching or to be included in a private mastermind. Another example I could think about is a guy named Brandon Bouchard, who I'm pretty sure he charges $100,000 for like an hour or two of coaching with him every single month. And people are willing to pay that because of his credibility, because of the learning curve that's going to be cut in half when people work with him. So the point is, you got to start somewhere, right? And I do suggest starting at the bottom of the value ladder where you work on your freebie and your giveaway and start to build that list. And don't worry, if you already have a product somewhere in the value ladder, maybe you have a $200 product or maybe you're doing one-on-one coaching, that's perfectly fine. You can work backwards and incorporate the smaller offers first, and obviously creating a freebie or something to give away to start building your list. Okay, so the first 3 things that I really want you to consider when thinking about your value ladder, and just, grab a pen and paper and jot some notes down and start to brainstorm on how the beginning of your value ladder would work. But the first 3 things you must figure out and get down for sure are nailing your niche, because really without knowing who your niche is, that specific target audience, and what problem you can solve, then this whole value ladder isn't even going to work, I promise. The next thing that you really want to understand is what traffic source are you going to commit to and dominate, okay? Because if you try to do all traffic sources, if you try to go hard with paid Facebook ads and build a YouTube channel and grow and post every day on Instagram and do a Pinterest account, you're going to wear yourself out and you're not going to get results. So then the next component that I really want you to understand is list building. List building is the basis and the foundation of everything, especially with the value ladder, because if you don't have a list and names and emails to market to and your own traffic source that can't be taken away from you, then moving up the value ladder is going to be something that's very, very difficult in the future. And so these are the 3 things that I really want you to be clear on, because with being able to nail those things and define those 3 things that I just mentioned, everything else is going to be so much easier. For example, like creating a lead magnet, creating a tiny offer for your audience. Maybe that's creating a book, or maybe that's creating a $40 product that's just a quick 5 video lesson module that helps your specific client avatar or your whoever you're targeting, get a quick win. So they take your tiny offer and they're like, man, that solved a quick problem. I want more from this person because that tiny offer was amazing. And so to be perfectly transparent, my value ladder worked a little bit differently because I went from list building in the beginning. So I had a free video training series back in the day that I gave away. So it was a 5-day sequence that I set up, and I sent out a new video every 24 hours to people. And that was back when I didn't have my own official product yet. So then after that, I developed my premium offer, which is closer to the $1,000 range. And so I kind of skipped the lower ticket, the lower price offer, or the tiny offer, whatever you want to call it. And so that piece of the value ladder for me is, filled in. So I started with the free lead magnets and giveaway, and then I hopped over to creating a $1,000 course. And now I'm kind of working backwards. And then the next step after that will be creating something, higher ticket. I don't know what that looks like yet. Maybe it's a super high ticket membership. Maybe it's a mastermind on a beautiful exotic island. I have no clue, but it's really fun to think about and to get your imagination going with the products and services that you can sell. And so I have an extremely fun resource that could really help you with identifying who your niche is and getting that foundational piece solid so that you can already move on and start creating these lead magnets, these freebies, and your paid products and services. So if you're interested in clarifying your niche, because so many people are stuck on this part, on nailing their niche and moving on, we have a resource called Nail Your Niche. You can click and find it in the first or second link in the description. And what that will help you do is really get clarity and pick a profitable niche. And so you can go ahead and check out that resource to learn more about nailing your niche. And so one of the big reasons why I was able to crack a 25K month this past year is because of my traffic. My traffic is solid. I've committed to one traffic source for the past 2.5 years, and that is YouTube. And so the reason why I tell you this is because it's very important to consider some things when you're deciding on what traffic source to consider. Now, I always tell you 100% to start with a YouTube channel. And here's why. You want to create super fans, right? Super fans are those people that are going to buy everything you have on the value ladder, and they are with you, and they are those people that are ride or die forever, okay? And so the way to create super fans is to utilize video marketing, because if you're not utilizing video to market, what are you doing, right? There is not another more powerful form of marketing besides video, because right now, for example, we are making a connection because you are watching my video. You're getting to know my personality, you're getting to know the type of value I can provide, what my expertise is, and my personality. So it's like we're making this connection on camera. And so not to mention, this year I've been able to generate that type of income because of the list building that I'm doing on my channel, because of the leads that I'm generating, and because of the products that I'm selling. And I'm only doing it with that mid-tier, higher ticket product on the value ladder. I just incorporated a tiny offer or a lower ticket offer about 2 weeks ago. And so creating a super high income is definitely doable with just one product, even if it is a lower ticket product. But you have to go to where the traffic is the strongest and dominate on that. So if you are interested in creating a YouTube channel that gets views, subscribers, and profitable leads to your email list very fast, go ahead and download my Subscribers to Sales Blueprint right up here, or the first link in the description, because that blueprint will help you and map out the 6 steps that you need to do to create a YouTube channel that grows and that sells. And so to go in a little bit deeper about a YouTube channel and really dominating and getting your channel on the map first, it does all have to do the same thing with nailing your niche. You do see a trend here is you identifying who it is you're talking to. That specific target audience, not a market, not a general industry, specifically what problem you're trying to solve. And as I mentioned, the Nail Your Niche resource that we have is excellent for helping you solve that problem. But then again, once you start producing content and growing content, you really have to make sure that every video you upload, you make it count. So doing good keyword research, which I recommend a tool called TUBEBUDDY to do. It's very beginner friendly. You can install it for free. I'll leave the link for that as well in the description. But TUBEBUDDY has helped me, my channel, and also hundreds of students of mine help get their channel on the map, even if they are small, because of the keyword research that they do with that TUBEBUDDY tool. And so I definitely would not get discouraged by having a small channel. Small channels can do some damage. They could make a lot of money. They could help you build your list. Okay, and building your list is all about a numbers game. It's all a numbers game. So if you want to create X amount in sales and you have a product that costs this much, it's like, okay, well, now you know how many people you need on your email list in order to achieve that amount of sales that you want. And so if you guys are interested in more product creation and how to actually create these products that sell, go ahead and comment that in the description, and I can give a full tutorial in a future video on how exactly I've created digital products, how I've created the landing pages and sales funnels, and my best advice for doing that for you and your online business and generating not only that revenue you want, but also passive income. Because all of this stuff, a lot of this stuff, maybe 80% of the products that you have on your value ladder could be automated, could be created into a passive income source that you just keep growing and growing and growing. So if you're still here, I know you are absolutely loving this video. So why don't you go ahead and join me for the video that's coming up next, which is about if you have just $1 to start, what you can do with it to realistically create some passive income streams. And that video starts right here, right now. Just click this video and I'll see you on that video. Do you have one of these? So if you have access to one of these and really have the grit, the desire,